ladies, this video will be my 3-year update video of all the plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery I've gotten. There will be 2 parts to this video. In this video alone, I'll be talking about my ethnic rhinoplasty, my nose job, which I got done in Istanbul, Turkey. And in the next video, which will be coming out tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that will touch on my eye bag removal surgery, which I also got done in Turkey, and also my braces, which I got done in the United States. I got it done in Manhattan. I want this video to be transparent, raw as possible, so I will be taking off all my makeup so you guys can really see my final results 3 years later.
It's all about love, yeah. Ooh.
So this is my results 3 years after cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery, whatever you want to call it. Let's start with my rhinoplasty. So this is my rhinoplasty. Let's look at the side profiles. So this is my left. I know it's you guys right or whatever. So this is my left profile. This is my right profile. This is my front profile. This is my underneath profile. So let's start with the underneath. So only when you get close you can see the reduction of the nostrils that he did, the incision, which is right here. Right here. After showing some people the incision because they were curious, they was like, you look so natural, like I can't believe you had surgery. I showed them the incisions and they mentioned to me how one of my nostrils is bigger than the other. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Let me know in the comments if you guys see one nostril being bigger than the other nostril. And which one is it? Is it the left one or is the right one? I can't see that. Like, I don't notice. I don't think one nostril is bigger than the other, but comment down below if one is. Now, I love my results. 3 years later, I am still very happy with my rhinoplasty. I still feel like it's the best decision I made when it comes to my life. Like, I'm so much happier. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, right after surgery, I was the most depressed because of the swelling. I'm not as depressed as I was before. I'm so much happier. I'm so happy. Y'all don't understand how much I needed and wanted this surgery. I love my results, but one thing I do not like about my nose, one thing I do not like about my rhinoplasty is, I know some of you guys, y'all say y'all love it, y'all think it's so cute, y'all want to get the same thing as me, but one thing I'm not so much a fan of is my tip. I know you guys are like, what the heck, you love my tip, but me personally, I do not really like the tip of my nose. So if you look at my tip, it's like circular. You guys love it so much, but I don't really like it. I do not really like it. My tip of my nose after rhinoplasty, I do not like so much. I can say one thing, it is not drooping like how my tip used to droop before. I don't like the tip. And the reason Dr. Volkan even sees the problem, he says the reason for my tip looking how it looks is because my nose kind of reverted to how it was before. So I had this. I've been had this. I thought it was going to be able to be fixed during surgery, but it was fixed during surgery, but my nose reverted back to its old shape. And what happened, the cartilage, the doctor put the cartilage like this, or whatever he put it tight like this, but eventually it opened up. And that's what you see on my nose. It opened up. Because of this, I do want to get a little touch up. Dr. Volkan, he did a wonderful job. I was considering going back to him, but after like being on Instagram for so long and seeing all the beautiful results, all the great job that the doctors has done for some of you ladies, I feel like, what the heck, let me try a new doctor. I love Dr. Volkan, and I don't want y'all to get confused or think I do not love my doctor. I love my doctor. He changed my life forever. But after seeing, like, there's so many doctors, I want to try a different doctor who I know can do a good job. Like, why not? And plus it might be a little cheaper, so why not? So I do want to get a revision. I want to get a revision nose job, a revision rhinoplasty. But here's another thing, because I love my results, I am not in a rush to get a revision. I will not be getting another revision until I fall pregnant. I am manifesting a pregnancy. I know y'all are like, oh my god, pregnant. But yeah, so after I get pregnant, have my baby, I feel like my nose will stretch out during the process of my pregnancy, because that happens in my family. So why not wait until all that takes place with my nose and then go get my revision? And y'all probably like, this girl is really crazy and delusional, but I am trying to get pregnant next year, November. So who, the world may never know, but I do plan on getting pregnant next year. Am I gonna trap someone? I'm joking, I'm not. So that's one thing I do not like about my nose. Another thing that I found out after researching a lot, so I don't know if you guys remember, but in one of my videos I spoke about my nose always dripping. Like, no matter what I do, my nose is just dripping every minute. Like, it's just dripping. If you guys have watched my old video, you guys will remember me saying that. So this one has been very annoying and satisfying to me after rhinoplasty. After you get your nose done, they finally send you home from the hospital, and it's your first night home, your new nose, your new baby, and you're curious. You want to see, like, what the heck the doctor did to your nose. So you start to look inside your nose, but all you see is dried up blood, mucus, and booger. And the first thing that you're going to ask yourself is, like, can I pick my nose after rhinoplasty? And obviously the answer is no. Do not pick your nose after having rhinoplasty. And after doing some research, I think I found out the reason for this problem, which is called and how I developed this problem. I feel like because I was so obsessed with my nose, and every minute I was looking in the mirror, every minute I was looking underneath my nose, every minute I was cleaning my nose, I feel like I caused some damage in my nose. And because of that, I feel like I developed this thing. I'm like I said so many other times, I'm not a doctor, I'm not sure. I have not verified with my doctor yet if this is what I have or don't have, but I feel like I always know what's wrong with my body. Like, I can diagnose any problem I have. 85% of the time I'm always correct with whatever is going on in my body. So I do feel like I have this, but of course I need a doctor verification because I am not a doctor. But because of me obsessing over my nose during the early stages, I feel like I did cause some internal damage to my nose. And also, I don't know if you guys remember, but I think a year ago I got my nose pierced. And before my rhinoplasty, I had my nose pierced before, and when I got my nose pierced, I got a keloid because of my nose piercing. And I was scared to get rhinoplasty because I felt like my nose was going to keloid when I got my rhinoplasty. But thankfully my doctor did a good job. I did not get any keloids after my rhinoplasty, but I did still have the keloid prior to my surgery that I have gotten because of my nose piercing. So I got my nose done, I still had the keloid in my nose, and after my surgery, I missed my nose piercing. So if you guys watch my previous vlog on my channel, I went to get my nose pierced again, and I was so happy. I loved it. I did experience some like technical difficulties when I was getting my nose pierced, and I think this is the reason for what happened to me. And what happened to me is that the keloid in my nose, it got bigger and bigger to the point where it ejected my nose piercing. So that's the reason why I no longer have a nose piercing. I know some of you guys were curious. Y'all was like, I just saw her get her nose pierced in her vlog on her channel, and now she don't have her nose piercing. So what had happened was my keloid caused my nose piercing to be ejected, rejected, whatever you want to call it. So, and if you look closely, you can see the keloid. Let's get a zoom in. Y'all not seeing. Let me turn on my flashlight on my phone. Hopefully this works. Yep. So you see that thing right there? That's a keloid. I know y'all probably like, no it's not, but that's a keloid right there. You see, you don't see it in my other nose. Right there, that thing you're looking at, that's a keloid, and it's really, really big. Bigger than it was before. It don't interfere with my breathing. At first I was kind of panicking and I thought it was interfering with my breathing, but it doesn't interfere with my breathing. Am I scared that when I get my revision surgery that my keloid is going to get bigger? No. When you get plastic surgery, you don't really keloid. Even though you are prone to getting keloids, you don't really get keloids. It's very, very slim chance of you getting a keloid around your nose, in your nose after surgery. The only reason I got a keloid is because of my piercing and how I got my nose pierced, and yeah, you're not likely to get a keloid. Those are the two things that I currently have a problem with: the tip and the diagnosis I gave myself. Those are the only two problems I have with my nose. 3 years later, does it interfere with my lifestyle, with my daily lifestyle? No. Every day I wake up, I do admit there's a lot of crust and boogers in my nose because of this. So I'm constantly wiping my nose, I'm constantly cleaning my nose in the summer. But yeah, those are the only two problems I have with my nose. Other than that, I'm so happy I went to Dr. Vulcan, y'all. I don't know, but I'm so happy I went to Dr. Vulcan. So that's my long updated review on my nose. After my surgery, I was really, really depressed. My nose was so swollen. I did not recognize myself at all. And even after the swelling went down, I still didn't recognize myself. So that alone can cause a lot of mental problems. Plastic surgery, changing your body, is not for the weak. If you have any mental issues, any traumatic issues, like, you have to address that before you get plastic surgery, because ultimately if you're not prepared, it will make you really depressed. And depression is very common for anybody who get any type of surgery that alters your body or goes into your body. It will cause depression, which is very common, but you want to make sure like you're a little bit aware of that before you get plastic surgery, and I wasn't. A lot of you guys want to know who was my doctor. There has been a lot of confusion on that. My doctor is Dr. Volkan Kaya in Istanbul, Turkey. That's my doctor for my ethnic rhinoplasty, and he is a rhinoplasty specialist. So he only does rhinoplasty, and he's the one who performed on my nose, nobody else. I paid under $5,000 for my rhinoplasty. That does not include my hotel stay. It's just solely for my surgeon to perform on my nose.
Yeah, everybody get it, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's all about